Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. I'm Aishwarya Sophia. I'm an energy healer and an Akashic channel, and I'm here to make your spiritual journey a little easier. I hope you all had a beautiful Thanksgiving if you celebrate. And today I really wanted to do a little bit of a check-in for December. And I wanted to have today's theme as gratitude because we're closing out the year and it's always a good time to be grateful. Spirit, what can we expect in December? What did you want our collective to know? What can we expect in December? Wow. So we're starting off strong with the Hierophant, which is a major arcana. Now, Hierophant talks about religious institutions. It talks about commitment, marriage, legal matters, and anything that is really solidified and set in stone. And then we have the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Now, what this really shows me is this movement from Knight energy to King energy within each one of us, right? So this is not gender specific, but what this is showing me is, and we have the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like what this is telling me is in December, we're really going to see and witness those parts of ourselves that we haven't witnessed in the past, because Four of Cups talks about something that we haven't seen, even though it's staring us in the face. So I feel like some of our own patterns, some of the decisions that we've made, some of the relationships we have, maybe the way we conduct ourselves, right? Anything that has to do with communication and the way that we relate to others, because this is the sword suit, which is air energy, and air energy has to do with connection, communication, how we relate to other people. So I feel like all of us are getting a boost in the way that we express ourselves, in the way that we communicate, and this is happening through some sort of learning. So it could be a course that we take that we realize, wait, I'm not expressing myself properly, and we start to express and articulate ourselves better. It could be some kind of class that we attend. It could be a guided meditation. Anything that helps you learn and evolve, because the Hierophant also is associated with higher education, with divine wisdom. So divine wisdom is being streamed in to you in the form of some learning that you do that really helps you elevate from this Knight of Swords to the King of Swords. Now, what I want to add here is, what I'm getting intuitively is that there's going to be a lot of new beginnings. And of course, right, we have our new year starting in Jan, so we will have a lot of new beginnings in Jan. So I feel like the best way to prepare for that is to really proactively prompt this upgrade to happen if it's not naturally happening to you, right? Because what I'm feeling is each one of us will be given this opportunity to make this leap from Knight energy to King energy, and it's up to us to really seize the opportunity. So keep your eyes open for any opportunities. It could be work, love, career, relationships, right? But whatever it is, keep your eyes open for opportunities and be proactive in your learning and your development and your self-development. And that's really the theme for December. So next I want to ask what blessings we can expect. What blessings can we expect, Spirit, in this beautiful month of December? What blessings can we expect? So I usually allow the cards to fall naturally, so sometimes I have to shuffle for a second. There we go. Okay, so again, we have Judgment. So there's this energy of fruition, completion, divine justice, right? Because the Hierophant talks about, again, the law, higher education, things that are formalized. And Judgment talks about your choices that lead to positive outcomes. So I feel like this Judgment card, number 20, again, it talks about the completion of a cycle. And I feel like the Judgment card is at the center of this reading, really talking about, you know, you can see this angel, right? About to blow the trumpet, about to say, yes, you're going to receive everything that you worked for, right? So I feel like this Judgment card really talks about everything that we've worked for is coming to fruition. Because with that, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is the card of harvest, right? It's the card of I am putting in the hard work and I'm expecting a harvest, because what comes in after this is the Eight of Pentacles, where you actually do the hard work, you put in the hard work. So the Seven of Pentacles is that decision to go after this thing that you love and to expect good things from it, right? And with that, we have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups talks about beginner's mindset, right? It talks about what happens once we go through a death and rebirth. What happens once we're reborn, right? Most times we have to start from scratch. We have to learn some basic skills. So what this is really saying is all that is meant for you is already on its way to you. And your blessings are basically anything that you've already worked for coming your way. And I specifically see abundance with the Seven of Pentacles and a lot of harmony in love and relationships with the Page of Cups. So especially as it relates to feminine energy, I feel like with the Page of Cups, if you are someone who has been waiting for love, don't give up hope, right? Just wait it out, but don't sit there waiting. Really learn your lessons of patience and whatever else you need to learn and allow it to come to you. You don't have to go out there and pursue anything. You are the divine feminine. For you, just sitting pretty in your Empress energy will help you attract this to you, and you don't have to go after it, is what I'm hearing. But basically, like I was saying, the blessings that we can expect really relate to our pentacles, which is financial stability and abundance, and a lot of reframing around love and relationships and how you relate with other people. And I feel like really what we can expect in December is all of those things that we have worked on, you know, those things that heart of hearts we know that we've done what we're supposed to, because the Judgment card has very serious energy, right? And as I was shuffling for a clarifier, I got the Emperor. So whatever you were standing in your Emperor energy about, you're going to receive big rewards from that. And it's really about deciding that you need better and that you deserve better. That's going to hearken this change. So the next thing I want to ask is, what advice do we have for December, right? We're getting this upgrade. We're getting all of our manifestations and things that we worked hard for coming to us in December. So Spirit, what advice do you have? We have the King of Cups. We have the Two of Swords. And the Knight of Cups. So this is really funny because, again, the advice is so in line with what we received when I asked about what we can expect in December. So again, we have the Knight and King of the same suit. So we have Knight of Cups and King of Cups. And we have the Two of Swords there, right? So the Two of Swords is the card of making a decision. And it's usually about making difficult decisions. So the advice for us here is very clear. It says you have this opportunity. The energy is ripe for you to make this jump from a knight to a king, right? From someone who is still an adolescent, who's an amateur, who's really learning the ropes, to someone who's an established person who is a subject matter expert or who's very knowledgeable, right? Who is the go-to person for something. So we're all going through that leap in some area of our lives, and that's what we can expect. And so the advice is, make this choice to make this leap, right? Really choose your highest timeline. And always, whenever you choose something, right, we're tested. So even when you're tested, really stick to your decision and be very dedicated and disciplined, and that leap from the knight to the king will happen automatically. So I feel like because we kind of had gotten something similar, I want to ask for one more piece of advice. Spirit, please give us some advice on how we can step into this highest timeline in December. How can we step into the highest timeline in December? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is beautiful because we have the High Priestess. the High Priestess talks about your intuition, right? So the question was, how can you jump to your highest timeline? It's by using your intuition. And it's by trusting yourself, right? Because we're going through some pretty crazy times right now, because we have the Nine of Swords with that. And the Nine of Swords really talks about anguish, anxiety, sleepless nights, right? And if you look at this particular depiction of the Nine of Swords, she has eyes all over her body. So she's overthinking, she's being overly vigilant. And I know that most of us are tempted to be in this Nine of Swords energy because there's so much going down in the collective. But with that, we also have the Six of Cups. So I feel like it's very clear. The advice for December is very clear. You can either choose to be in this Nine of Swords energy, or you can choose to be in the Six of Cups energy. So the Nine of Swords, like I said, is anguish, worry, sleepless nights, overthinking. And the Six of Cups is really being peaceful with what you've had, making peace with your childhood, making peace with the way that things have played out. Because I see this woman looking at herself and her mother and grandmother playing. So it seems to me that she's looking at a scene from her own childhood. And the message I'm getting here is make peace with everything that has happened in the past, because 2025 really marks the beginning of a brand new era, right? It's not just a new year, it's a new era, because we're stepping into the age of Aquarius. So everything's going to be brand new. So why do you want to carry the baggage of the past, right? So it's really up to you with this High Priestess energy to use your intuition to choose between anxiety and peace. And really, I think all of us know that the right option there is always peace, because all of us are always protected by the universe, right? So there's no reason for us to overthink, and everything's always playing out in perfect divine order and harmony. So there's nothing for us to really worry about. So I finally want to ask Spirit, is there any final words of advice, any words of encouragement? What do we have, Spirit? What's a final message that you have for December 2024 for my collective? Whoa, we have so many flying cards. So we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Cups. Again, with the King and Knight energy from the same suit, right? We have the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Cups. So this really talks about fall in love with your own evolution, right? Fall in love with your own process of moving from the Knight of Pentacles to the King, right? This whole reading, it's very unlikely. There are only 4 suits in tarot, and we got the Knight and King of 3 suits in this reading. So it's really talking about all of us have this opportunity to make this evolutionary jump from Knight energy to King energy, right? That's coming. That portal is opening up for all of us. But what Spirit is coming through and saying here is make that choice and do it with love. Fall in love with that transition from your Knight energy to your King energy, and just enjoy the process, because I feel like 2025 is going to be an amazing year. I'm going to do a check-in and like prophecies for 2025 pretty soon. But I think 2025 is going to be an amazing year. And yeah, as I was just shuffling, I get the Ace of Pentacles. And again, that really talks about solid new beginnings. So I think that this transition that Spirit is really trying to highlight in this video of moving from Knight to King energy, let's really choose that with love, right? Let's choose ourselves and choose our own evolution. And that is the easiest way for us to land up in our highest timeline. I hope that this video was fun to watch, and I hope that there was some message that you took away from it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And I'm so grateful for each one of my viewers. If you feel called to get a personal tarot reading from me, check out my Etsy shop. If you want to dig deep and do some deep spiritual healing work with me, check out my website. Interact with this video in any way that resonates with you. Any kind of interaction really helps my channel reach more people. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you in my next video. Namaste.